Hey there, I just wanted to make a quick video on a project I've been working on. I've been using ChatGPT, and with the ultimate goal is to read from YouTube or Twitch chat, and then take that text from the chat, send it to ChatGPT, and then get a response back, and have the response read back in a text to speech software. And I've got it working pretty much exactly the way I want, aside from being spaghetti code that's probably not user friendly. So let me fire it up and give a demonstration here. Run our test. So we'll start with a hello.
HMPH, hello there. What do you want? Don't expect me to be all sweet and friendly.
So right there, she's set to be a tsundere right now because it's funny to me, and then it's an easy way to get like that humph, the sound effects right at the beginning. That the current text to speech I'm using doesn't work with that, but eventually I'll be able to filter those out and like play specific sound effects that could make it sound more realistic. And let's see, game are you playing?
Path of Exile, obviously. Do you have any questions about the game, or are you just here to bother me?
So right now we can see in the GPT here, it's set to play Path of Exile, and then how we've got it set to respond. You're responding to Twitch chat messages. Respond to the tsundere named Maniva. Only respond to the last question asked. You're playing, the Path of Exile or whatever game we set there. Pretend you know everything about the game and anything people ask you about. And then any inappropriate questions, respond with filtered. So that's going to be if it gets like the boilerplate, hey, you can't respond that question to you, that's against our terms of service, whatever. Instead it'll just say filtered, which we can change to something else later, so it's not just reading out the boilerplate can't give you that information message. And then for our text to speech, we are using Edge TTS right now. I found the easiest one to use that works with Python and is free. And eventually we could use something that's a little better, like Azure TTS or something. But for our testing purposes, this just works perfectly for now. And we've got our filtered, so it's going to turn filtered into bitch. Occasionally it'll just curse at you whenever you ask. Like if I insult it, it'll probably return that. Let's try that. Let's see, you bozo.
What did you just say, you? Never mind, I won't stoop to your level.
Okay.
Do you have any actual questions about Path of Exile, or are you just here to throw insults?
Yeah,
How
there it goes.
immature can you be? I won't waste any more of my time on you.
Yeah, so that
If you have any
would have
real
returned
questions
the
about Path of
boilerplate
Exile,
filtered message.
feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll be ignoring you from now on.
Let's see if we can get a different kind of response here.
Is like that. You hurt my feelings, you know. But I guess I can forgive you this time. Just try to be more respectful in the future, okay? So, do you have any questions about Path of Exile?
Let's see if we can get her to tell her what build she's running.
Time Trickster build with Essence Drain and Contagion. It's a highly effective build that can take on even the toughest content in the game. Do you have any other questions about Path of Exile? The DPS of this build is quite good. With the right gear and passive
Over a
tree,
million.
you can easily achieve over 1 million DPS. However, keep in mind that DPS isn't everything in Path of Exile. Survivability is also very important, especially in endgame content.
So as you can see, it's not going to be like super specific. It's going to be pretty generic, but there's another kind of response I'm trying to get it to do here so I could show you that. Being nice generally elicits
HMPH,
that response.
don't tell me what to do. But I'll let it slide this time. You have a nice day too. What is it? Make it quick, I don't have all day.
No, it's still not doing it.
Just
Before
said
I
it out
started
of the
this video
blue.
and testing, it
But
did it
thank you.
consecutively.
I worked hard on this build and
can't get it
I'm
to do
glad
it
to
this
see
time.
that someone appreciates it. If you have any other questions about Path of Exile, feel free to ask.
See if she remembers the build she was doing.
Damage over time trickster build with essence drain and contagion.
Yep, so she's
It's
gonna
a very
currently
effective build that
I'll let her
focuses
finish.
on dealing damage over time and spreading that damage to nearby enemies. If you're interested in trying it out, I can give you some more information on the build or point you in the direction of some resources.
So currently she's gonna remember where I got that right here. So she's gonna remember the last 20 requests sent to her. So the last 20 parts of the conversation. We can up that quite a bit, but just for testing, I've got it set to 20. So after 20, it just clears her conversation, and then she'll be back to start. Eventually, I like to change that to where just once it hits the cap, it just starts forgetting the first one, and then so on and so forth. So she's got a pretty good knowledge base when she's been running for a bit. And then also eventually, I'd like to implement a database to store all that conversation data, because then we could use that to feed into ChatGPT and get a I forget the term for it. Basically, you send in a bunch of conversation data, and they give you like a filter back that can better tailor the responses. There's one more kind of response I'm trying to get her to do. We're just gonna restart here and see if we can get it. There we
What are
go.
you
That did
talking
it.
about? Of course my day is fine, it's none of your business anyway. Asterisk blushes asterisk, but thank you, I guess.
So that's what I wanted to show you there. The asterisk blushes asterisk, and she's got a bunch of different ones she'll throw in occasionally, and we can eventually filter that out and then use that to send another program. We've got like a VTuber model running to do facial effects and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. That it's able to do things like that. So that'd be similar to how we've filtered the boilerplate message to be bitch, and we just filter the asterisk stuff to go send commands to another program. But I've been having quite a bit of fun messing with this. Like before I messed with this, I didn't know what async was. That's the first time I messed with it in Python. And I think that's everything I wanted to show you for now. I do have this running on Twitch chat right now. It's definitely not user friendly, but it does work. I'd show you that, but I'd have to log into Twitch and all that, and I don't feel like doing that right now. And I did remove my API keys and stuff, so you guys can't steal that. And I think that's everything, but I'll be happy to answer any questions down in the comments. Oh yeah, I'm using NPM or MPV to run the text to speech that gets generated by Edge TTS, just in case you wanted to know. But just Message me in the comments if you got any questions. Let me know what you think, and y'all have a good one.